It's been said, first you make your habits, then your habits make you. What do you think is the most important habit for a neurosurgeon? Here's my take. Concentration. Concentration. To focus one's attention. One of my mentors says, focus is not saying yes to one thing. It's saying no to 99 others. We live in a world of distractions. Cell phones, texts, tweets, Instagrams, breaking news flashes, running ticker tape along the bottom of your television, media, newspapers, reporters. There's plenty to take you away from your focus. How many of you have already checked your messages or emails during this talk? If you can surgically implant a habit of concentrating into your brain, a habit of avoiding distractions, a habit of saying no to 99 others, then you will have done a great service for yourself. I was exposed to concentration early on in my wrestling career, but it was neurosurgery that made me sharpen this habit to a razor's edge. Speaking of sharp, one of the most common instruments in neurosurgery is a kerosene rongeur. Its function is to shave bone spurs, to actually bite the bone away that is formed by arthritis, or to make a window in the bone to gain passage to remove a herniated disc. When I'm doing a routine multi-level low back or neck operation, I commonly pull the trigger 500 times, at least. With every bite I take, I have to slide the neck of the instrument along the edge of the nerve root and bite the arthritis, not the nerve. I need to hold it a certain way every time. And if I turn it right or left 1 degree or sink it 1 millimeter too deep, the sharp edge of the instrument can catch, crush, or damage the nerve. If a mistake is made, somebody's life could be altered permanently. So every bite I take, I need to be mindful of the angle and position. I need to see the entire edge of the nerve and be looking for subtle signs of tethering or pulling that might suggest a stuck edge that could catch on the rongeur. With years of training, I've realized every bite must be taken with the same vigilance, whether it's the first or the 500th. For me, the prime directive is don't ever bite something that you don't completely see. So when giving a previous presentation to business leaders about concentration, someone asked, how do I deal with failure in neurosurgery? During an operation, I don't. I'm too busy paying attention to that 500th bite. Maybe that's what Rudyard Kipling meant in his poem If, when he wrote, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. When you let your mind wander, it could be my thinking about the fact that the patient is a professional athlete, or my scrub nurse asks me what suture I want to close with, or my pager goes off. There's trouble. Those distractions must be suspended. I can't be thinking of triumph, for instance, how the patient might tout my surgical success around town. Nor can I be worried about disaster. What will happen if he has a complication? Triumph and disaster are distractions. They're not in the present. They're in the past or the future. They limit your effectiveness. Keep your post. Stick to the matter at hand. I need to take a precise bite of bone spur with every eye on the nerve all the time. The only time for R&R is when the patient awakens and is doing well. Then I know my job is done. But until then, I just keep doing the next thing. Take the next bite of bone. Don't think about the one before or the one after. The most important bite is the one you're about to take. When I gave this talk last July at West Point to the football team and then subsequently to the cadets, I said, I don't know, I can only imagine, but I guess it's like performing on patrol. There's no let-up. Constant vigilance. Be relentless. Don't be casual. Nothing is casual about being in an operating room or being on patrol. What's the definition of casual? Relaxed and unconcerned. Done without premeditation or thoughtfulness. Did you know that casual and casualty come from the same Latin root, casus, meaning event? Think about it. If you or I abandon our post while we're on duty, we have casualties. A casual surgeon or a casual soldier will produce or become a casualty. Here's the interesting neurobiological concept that, if you think about it, makes a lot of sense. Based upon current research, there is good evidence that concentration or vigilance can literally be implanted into your brain as a habit. There exists in the brain a habit center. It appears at a structure called the striatum. Two paired clusters of nerve cells deep in the center of the brain are responsible for storing habits. So the automatic behaviors that you and I perform, like brushing our teeth when we wake up or holding the banister when we go downstairs, are stored in the striatum. Movements and habits of thought are stored there, and they're ordered in a very specific loop of neural circuitry that goes back and forth, connecting sensory to habitual behaviors. So you can work on your vigilance, on your habit of concentration, and you can strengthen it for yourself so that you can become a better concentrator, someone who can avoid distractions, and you can implant it into your brain. If you promote the skills of developing concentration, you can brand it into your brain for life. Again, first you make your habits, then your habits make you.